Oh, it's Monday? Is it over, you ask? No. In case you've been living under a rock, about 1 o'clock Friday morning, a major ransomware attack called WanaCry was launched, which later that day would have many of my IT friends crying because it meant that they would be spending Mother's Day weekend either addressing major system outages or at the very least reevaluating their patch management, disaster recovery, and incident response plans. By the way, the name isn't really WannaCry, it's Wana Decrypt0r, and the Los Angeles Angels aren't really in Los Angeles, they're in Anaheim. In either case, when my mom stopped by for Mother's Day and wanted to talk about malware tech's ransomware sinkhole, I suddenly realized how far into the twilight zone we had sank. The crazy thing is that from what I hear, this attack didn't propagate by users clicking links or some master social engineering method, but rather it seems that this attack propagated by people who failed to apply patches. No, not that kind of patch. Yeah, that kind of patch. These patches have been out for months and many have failed to implement them, and so that's what led to the problems. Okay, now on to a question I've had all weekend. Why did these bumbling idiots include a function which made it so easy to disable their entire master plan? I mean, after all, this problem was thwarted because prior to encrypting the files, the ransomware would basically check to see whether or not it could order a small chai tea latte from Starbucks using a non-existent server. Okay, well, obviously it had nothing to do with Starbucks, but you get the idea. It would try to contact a non-existent server and would stop if it was able to contact the server. Once someone registered the domain, the attack was finished. Okay, so now, why was it so easy to shut down? Well, as my good friend Cody educated me this morning, it seems that this measure was likely built in to try to protect the malware from being identified by malware research tools. I'm not going to go into all the details on here, but suffice to say that new versions of this are already out in the wild, with some simple modifications, and more are coming. As long as people are willing to pay to get their files unlocked, we will be dealing with this problem. In the meantime, make sure that your systems are patched by running Windows Update. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what we should be doing to better protect ourselves from these type of attacks. Go ahead and subscribe, like, follow, and comment. That's it for today. I'll see you next time.